and welcome to Confessions of an Antisocial, where we say out loud the things that most people only think. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, you already know what's up. I'm your host, Rosia Bell, and today's confession, we are here with Trinity. I'll let her introduce herself. Go ahead.
Well, my name is Trinity Bell. I am an inside wireman for Local 357. I am divorced, three kids, cliche.
Okay. That's the information you wanted to
Yeah,
give us. Okay,
I did.
cool.
I
Okay.
did, because you got to understand. In order to understand me, you got to understand my background.
Divorced with three kids, and
Oh,
are you in
yes.
a relationship now?
Yes, I am. I'm in a 10-year relationship now.
And you didn't want to get married a second
No.
time? Okay. Awesome.
No. No, I did not.
All
No,
right.
thank
Well, you
you.
consider yourself an antisocial butterfly, yeah?
Right. Yes.
What would you say an antisocial butterfly is?
I feel like an antisocial butterfly, in my opinion, is someone who really doesn't want to interact with people, but people tend to flock towards them.
So you say people flock to you. Why do you
Yes.
think that is?
Because, like, I can be in the most random places and, like, just strangers just walk up to me and start having random conversations with me. And I mean, like, telling me their whole life stories. I could be in a grocery store, I think maybe because I smile. I worked housekeeping and customer service for so long. They teach you like the 5 foot rule, the 10 foot rule. When someone's 10 feet away, you're supposed to engage, make eye contact, and then when they're 5 feet away, you're supposed to speak or say hello, good morning.
I never heard that before. In
Oh,
housekeeping?
in housekeeping, yeah.
Really? Because none of the housekeepers I ever met has ever said anything to me.
Because see, they don't follow rules. I'm a rule follower. They tell you, like, even when I worked at Kmart as a teenager, they also had that rule to where, like, when
Wow.
someone is within a few feet of you, you're supposed to, acknowledge them to make them feel welcome. Hi, hello, hi, good morning, how are you doing? Do you need any help? Situation like that. So that I've been doing with that since I was 16. So when I'm in the store, if someone is looking at me, I have to speak. I have to say good morning, at least smile, and then it just goes from there.
Okay, so you say you're an antisocial, but
Hmm.
when we were kids, you were the more social one.
Right.
You were the more outgoing one. You were the
Right.
one that had all the friends. So
Okay.
what do you think changed?
Adulthood.
Uh huh.
Like adult, like in our reality, I think I was thinking about that on the way up here. Like, what made it to where it just switched, right? Because, like, I used to love being social and being the life of the party, but now it's like I have more comfort being at home by myself than I do being surrounded by people. And adulthood. So trying to figure out where their mind
Mhm.
is so hard
Mhm. Well, why are you trying to figure out where their mind is?
because you have to figure out where the conversation is going. because
Why?
because like, don't you want to have a good conversation? Like, I have an inner dialogue going all the time.
Okay, maybe that's your ADHD
For sure.
or
It is for sure. And that's also the thing. With
okay.
ADHD, I tend to overshare.
You got a lot of kids.
I got three
Hey,
kids,
she
yes.
has a lot of children, by
I
the
have three
way.
kids. Three kids.
So, how would strangers describe you?
I think strangers, for the most part, would describe me as kind, pleasant to be around, polite, um, just someone who they can just feel comfortable with. And I do love that though. Like, don't get me wrong, I do love that people can feel comfortable with me to where, like, they're just having a hard day and they feel like they can just, like, open up to me, Cuz it does make me feel good when a random stranger just comes and tells me that they just so, like, an example, right? I was in Ross searching for clothes for one of my many kids, you know.
Many, many kids. Continue.
So I'm searching for clothes for my son, and I'm in the men's section, and this young man walks up to me, and of course I say hi, good morning. He's like, "Can I ask you a question? Like, would these pants look good on me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they look good." And then he goes, "I just got a boot camp. I've lost a lot of weight. I'm going to the Marines. I don't know what's in store for me." And I'm like, "Okay." He was like, "I know the money's gonna be good." He's like, "But I just don't know." And he just went on and I think I talked to the boy for about
Why you
sorry,
keep
he's
calling
not
him a boy?
boy.
Okay, I
The
was
young
like,
man. I talked to the
dang.
young man for about an hour
Oh
in the
my
Ross
gosh.
store in the men's section. He just felt like he can just open up to me, and I just love that for him.
I always find it nice because like men's mental health is important,
For sure.
but for people to just feel comfortable, like sometimes they probably needed that conversation
Oh,
and
definitely.
everyone's shutting them down left and right, and
Yeah.
then they see you and you're open and you're willing to listen,
Yeah.
and they just like regurgitate
Everything,
everything that's
everything.
going on. Are you one of those people that's always like, oh my gosh, like everybody just wants me?
No, because it's like one of those things to where like, do I even have the mental capacity today to be that person for somebody?
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's a no, but a lot of times like I'm not going to turn them down because I don't have it, you know? So it's normally I'm like going through the store like, okay, if I can get in, because like I said, I have an inner dialogue. So when I'm going to the store, I have my whole path set. I know what aisles I'm hitting first. I know where I'm going. I don't ever get what I need. I don't ever get what I need. But I know where I'm going, okay?
Why don't you get what you need?
Because I have ADHD.
I just don't understand. Before you get for milk, like why would you go out with
I'm getting
not
everything.
milk?
I'm getting everything for milk. I'm going to get everything, but I'm going to walk in the for milk, out with decor to redecorate my whole living room and forget the milk.
I can see that because what project did you just do this past weekend? And why did you go to the store to get?
I went to the store. I went to the store, I think, to get like some nails because I wanted to hang up a picture frame. And next thing I know, I'm buying paint and I'm buying wallpaper because I want to redo my daughter's room. So then I had to go find her a comforter, a rug, the pictures for her room, the whole nine off of just nails. I walked into the store. I did my bedroom like that too. Went in for like something small, but everything was on clearance. And next thing I know, I redid my whole half side of my bedroom.
All right, would you say you have a shopping problem?
I have an ADHD problem.
Which correlates to, would you say you spend money?
Dopamine is a thing.
Would you say you spend money unnecessarily?
Oh, that's a fact.
Okay.
Oh, that's definitely a fact. We're not going to call it a shopping problem. We're going to call it a ADHD problem. Unmedicated.
The first step in a 12-step program is just admitting that you have a problem. So if you just say, on the show, confessions of an antisocial, and you say, you know what, I do have a shopping problem. Maybe apologize to your man for spending all this money during your shopping problem. Like, I think he would appreciate a public apology.
A public apology.
For spending
my money. Okay.
I think so.
Michael, I do apologize for spending all my money because I have ADHD and I like the dopamine rush of doing what I want to do. So sorry. Yeah.
Groundbreaking.
If you wonder why I'm divorced, that is it. I'm not doing that again.
Okay, so your first husband recognized this problem. Is what I hear.
Because I was spending his money first.
I
was spending
the plot
his
thickens.
money.
Okay.
So now I said, I don't like that because when we divorced, he took his money. And
I would hope so.
Well, yeah, you know, so when he divorced, he took his money. So I said, oh, that won't happen again. So now I make my own money.
Okay.
So I can do what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it.
Okay.
You know?
Which is interesting because when I ask, like, how do people describe you? I think when people describe me, people who don't know me, they'll say, like, Rosia's awesome. She's quiet. She's reserved. You know, she's funny sometimes. But the people that really know me, they're like, first of all, Rosia ain't shit. Like Rosia, she don't shut up. She gonna talk some shit. She gonna hurt your fucking feelings.
Yeah, they were like, oh, your sister's so nice. And I'm like, where? And I'm like, she is mean to me.
Yeah, the people who really know me, like, they know.
They know, yeah.
You're
going to tell how it is. I can honestly say you're going to tell how it is.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to accept that, then you're not going to be their cup of tea. But you're going to for sure tell somebody how it is.
But they'll always know where they stand with me. Like, they'll never
Yeah.
have to question, like, damn, do she really like me like that? Are we really friends? I'm like, no, girl, we ain't not friends. Like,
Yeah.
we just,
Yeah. No,
we
he's just my associate.
yeah, we just met. Like,
We'll see how it goes. But as of right now, no, we're not cool. Versus me, like, I'm a people pleaser. So I'm getting better, going to see my therapist and stuff like that. But with me being a people pleaser, I'm non-confrontational.
have you always been a people pleaser?
I think I have always been a people pleaser, but I didn't know what it was called.
Why do you think that? Why do you think you've always been?
Because if I always do what people expect of me, and that's always been me since for growing up the whole time. And so, like getting good grades, having the higher class, being like in the best classes, doing this, do that. I always did what I felt like people expected of me. And then into adulthood, I did that also.
Yeah.
And so when you're a people pleaser, you find yourself like basically damn near changing yourself to fit your dynamic, like to fit your environment.
Well, I hear what you're saying, and let's go back to when you were a kid. You always had good grades. You were always straight A honor roll. I was always A B honor roll. You were always better at everything. Even though you didn't play sports, you were more athletic. Your hair was always better. Like, girl, everything about her, I was just like, damn, maybe one day I'll be like Trinity. But then, I mean, plans change because then an unexpected pregnancy. Can I talk about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
And then an unexpected pregnancy happened. Did you finish high school?
No.
Okay, so
I
what
didn't.
happened? Like, everyone expected you to be the person that
Right.
finished high school, went to college,
Right.
like did the thing, and then your life kind of turned left.
Right, because even I expected that. I expected to be like the college student and the perfect one. And I started hanging out with gang members. I was very sheltered. And so I started hanging out with individuals that just weren't supposed to be in my crowd.
Yeah.
And that kind of took me off my path. So I did basically like, my path was supposed to be one way and I diverged off that path. Like, I mean, I went all the way back. Like, I just like did a full blown U-turn. I did
We
things.
said, skirt.
Yeah. I did donuts on that. and then like just went off to the left. And just got lost for a few years. I had got lost for a few years. And then
well, let's talk about that because we just had a conversation with my mom, not her mom, but
that's
I'm just
crazy.
kidding. Our mom, we're sisters.
Mom,
I don't know
yeah.
if you could tell if we look alike. I had a conversation with our mom, and one thing she said she would do differently is that she wouldn't have sheltered us so much because we grew up like. We ain't leave that house, homie. We ain't leave that house.
We not spending the night nowhere.
We didn't spend the night anywhere. I think we spent the night at Auntie Shell's house a few times.
Yeah,
but
our aunts. We were able to spend the night at our aunt's house.
Yeah.
But we didn't. Other than that,
No
boy,
friends.
we're not going nowhere.
When I was like 17, I didn't even know there were drugs in Las Vegas.
I didn't know
like,
people had. I didn't know people had roaches in their house.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was. Sorry, no offense, but I didn't know that was a thing. Like,
Yeah, we were so sheltered. So, do you feel like that?
I didn't know about gangs.
I didn't. Yeah, gangs. I thought gangs were only on TV.
Yeah.
And so for me personally, you guys already know my story. Shortly after high school, I got arrested and did 5 years in prison because I had met people, a type of people that I had never knew existed.
Right.
And I kind of got drowned in that life,
Yeah.
in that world, just because I was never exposed to it. So would you feel like that happened
Oh,
to
that's
you?
exactly the same. It sucked me in.
Mhm.
It was like we were like the middle class, never wanted for anything, always had what we wanted. And so when I met my oldest daughter's dad, and
First baby daddy.
first baby daddy number one. When I met baby daddy number one, and he was living the life he was living, it was just so interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So and yes, was I smart enough to know that this is not where I was supposed? Yes. But when you're living in the moment, you don't care about any of that, especially when you're young.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're young. So yeah, I got sucked into that world real tough. And then so like I said, I got lost and then came out of that, and now I'm with my ex-husband. And he wasn't part of that world, which was weird to me because what do you mean you don't gang bang? Like, so that was strange for me.
How was that strange when you were raised not knowing gang members and then you met one gang member that did not become your entire identity? So why was it strange when
gang members were fun? Like, they were fun. I know.
And we're
I
not
know.
glorifying the
We're
life.
not.
We're just
We're
saying.
not. We're just saying back in the day when you're 19 years
when
old,
you're young,
that's fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it was just
The fast life,
the
the
fast
fast
life. It was
money,
completely different.
Mhm.
And so here's this guy working his 9 to 5, but he had his own stuff. I had child number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then we separated.
Okay.
Got divorced. I met my current boyfriend, and that's when I had child number 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're only going to get me like once.
Oh, okay. I'm only gonna have one child by you before I leave. I feel you. Makes sense.
I know, right? You'd be like, just pick them better, but you really don't know. You really don't know.
The reason I brought that up was because you were saying you were a people pleaser, even when you were a kid. And so when you dropped out of school, you had a baby young.
Yeah.
You were in this ridiculous relationship. Like, did you go through a depression? Did you feel bad? Or did you just kind of say, this is my choices?
Those are just my choices.
Mm-hmm.
So, those are just my choices. So then when I got back on my path and I finished school, started going to college just a little later, then when I got back on my path, and I was like, is this even the path that I want to take?
Mm-hmm.
So once I got off my path, had that little bad experience, and then got back on my path, I was like, I don't even know who I am anymore. I don't even know if this is the path I want to be on. And so then
And what path was that at the time?
Wife, because I'm a mother, because like I can't stop being a mom, but it was wife, mom, trying to balance school, trying to balance work, and it was just a lot. And I was like, I don't even know exactly what part of this that I want to have.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when I had to start trying to find myself.
So do you feel like you're on that path? Do you feel like you found yourself? Like, do you like who you are today?
I love who I am today, but it took a while for me to get there.
Okay.
Now I don't have to people please. Like, now it's just, if you don't like me, you don't like me. If I do something to upset you, I just do something to upset you. Like, I am who I am now, and I'm more comfortable with that. That's why I like being by myself. And that's when I became the Antisocial Butterfly, because I don't have to be in the presence of everybody. I don't have to be liked by everybody. I'm actually comfortable with myself and my own company. And so that's why I'm just more comfortable with myself.
Okay.
I love my company now.
Are there aspects of you that even you don't fully understand?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Like, I'm still truly learning myself. My style is changing. I don't know what kind of style I want to have just yet.
Style as far as like
Clothes,
fashion?
yeah,
Okay.
fashion wise. Hair wise, I don't know what I want to do just yet, because, like, I'm evolving, and I'm like, I want to evolve, but I want to do it my way. And so I'm trying new things, and experimenting with everything and trying to figure out what I want to do.
I like that, because I tell everybody, like, we're ever evolving, like, we're ever changing. We're not creatures that are supposed to stay the same. So who I was 10 years ago is not who I am today.
Right.
And
it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy how people feel like, when they say, "Oh, you're different," I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm not
Like, the
supposed to be.
20-year-old me should not be the same as the 40-year-old me.
Yeah,
like,
at all.
you should be growing.
That's the problem. If you do not evolve and become somebody different, you gotta go. I say go see somebody, because there's something wrong with you. Like, if you're still doing the same thing that like I said, like back in my 20s, I was with the gamer. If you're still game banging at 40, just leave me the fuck. Just leave me alone. Because god dang, that means you didn't evolve at all.
Yeah, like, you ain't get help for your anger issues,
right? At all. Like, yeah, like, that's not cute no more. Like, you not being able to process your emotions is not fun anymore.
And I mean, women 30 and older, like, is that still what appeals to you? The gang members, the braids that they're still holding on to.
Wait, hold on. Because you hate that's their hairstyle. But if they put in like CK and BK in front of their words, that just at 40, just let that go.
Yeah, just let that go.
Let it go.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I always say that. I always hear women say, if you're old and gang banging, you should stop. But I never hear men say, if you're 40 and gang banging, you should probably throw it away.
There are some, the ones that have sense. There's some that have sense to where, like, they started and they realize this is stupid, and they're like, and then they grow from that. They know who they used to be. Yeah. They know who they could be, but that's not who they want anymore. And I think that's the biggest thing, is like understanding that it is okay to not be who you felt like you were supposed to be.
Yeah.
You were thrown in this, you were raised in this, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's understanding, like, okay, I don't have to be this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to be a mom with 3 kids, 3 baby daddies. I don't have to be that.
Do you? Because you already got the kids.
You're right.
What do you?
What I'm saying is,
sorry, Michael. I'm sorry
is,
that your mama be
that
like
doesn't
this.
have to define.
She's like, I don't gotta take care of these
I don't
kids.
take care of these kids. They're dads. No, I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, like, that doesn't have to be my definition.
No, I agree.
That should not have to be I shouldn't have to fit the stereotype.
That's not your identity. Like,
Right.
you're not a mom of 3 kids only. You're an
Right.
electrician.
Right.
What
I'm a
else?
beautiful black woman.
A beautiful black woman.
God.
Yes. I fucking agree. And that's a topic I want to talk about because being antisocial, and I'm probably going to do an episode about this, and being a mom, it's hard because we weren't raised on physical touch. Like, we didn't hug each other.
No.
We weren't cuddling with each other. And then to have children, well, my daughter specifically, like, she loves to just hug me and want to be around me and like lay on the couch with me. Yeah. And my daughter, for those of you guys who know, she lives out of the state. And so most of our conversations are over the phone. And because I don't like to be social, I can go 2-3 weeks without talking to her.
Yeah.
And I feel bad about it, but I'm just like, I'm so drained. And it's easier for me because obviously she doesn't live in the house, but I always feel bad about it. So with you being antisocial and having children, how does that look for you?
It is very hard because I don't want to go to the school events. I don't want to be there. It's just, and so and it's selfish. It's very selfish because you're like, your kids want you there, but it takes everything I have to go. But it kind of helps that their dads step up and their dads take them because their dad is very social and he loves being in that environment. So he takes them, but it's still, I'm absent, you know what I mean? Because I just don't want to be there. And like, I'm the same way. Physical touch for me is just like a whole lot. And my middle daughter loves to cuddle. She wants the affection. She wants to touch it. She wants to just touch you in some kind of way. And I'm like, that's enough. I can let it go for like so long. And I'm like, all right, that's enough. Like, I don't cuddle with my guys either. I don't cuddle with my dude. Like, it's just, I don't want.
With the person you're in a relationship now?
Yeah, I don't cuddle.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't touch me. Like, it's very minimal touching when it comes to me. Yeah, that's just not my love language at all.
Me either. And I feel so bad for Dion because he's always like rubbing my arm. And I'm like,
oh. Yeah. Like, move off of me. Like, when I see like the videos, like the couples and they're like just like, oh, how I am with my dude, and then like they're like attached, like she wants to be attached to him, and I'm like, that is just that ain't for me. Like, no, it is for some people. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
So like you said, like my kids, so we have like they go with their dad just as much as they're with me, if not more with their dad, and so I don't feel the need to like check up on them all the time. They'll call me when they want something or we'll talk, but it does not have to be an everyday thing. And that's with me with everybody.
I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Because, I mean, when you're raising your kid, you see them every day. But when they go with their dad, you're kind of like, oh, okay, cool. Now I finally have some time with myself. And I don't know if that's a normal feeling.
Right.
Like,
I know. Because I'm like, okay, is it so... For me, like I'm like, is it normal that I'm just okay that they're with their dad? Because I know some people have, I don't want to call it a codependency because that just seems kind of harsh. But I know a lot of moms who have kind of like a codependency to their kids, to where like if their kids aren't in their presence all time, at all times, they can't function.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh shit, my kids. They're like, where your kids at? Oh, but they dead.
They cool. How long they been there? 2 weeks?
Weeks?
When's the last time you talked to them?
Damn, it's been a couple days. Been some time. It's been some time. Like, are they safe? Yeah, they good. They with their dad. Like, he would call me if something was wrong.
Yeah.
They would call me if they could if something was wrong. I don't feel the need to check up on them all the time. But that's probably also because we vet our people before we allow them in our space, you know?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm not letting my kids just go with anybody and everybody. The people that they are with are people that I know I can trust them with. So I don't feel the need to have to call and make sure. Like, I feel like their dad is going to be just as protective of them as I am of them. So I don't feel the need to have to be hovering over them, overprotective all the time.
And sorry to my daughter that I hardly call. I'll do better. I'll work on it. You'll be out here soon. We're going to work on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Has being antisocial cost you friendships?
When I was younger, I want to say it because, you know, your friends and like your family invites you out and you don't want to go. Oh, let's go to the club. No.
We all family in the club.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's go to this party. Let's go to this hookah lounge. Let's go to here. And I'm like, girl, no. I don't know. No, I'm straight. Or I'm like, oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And then the day comes, I'm like, I am okay. I ain't going to answer my phone today.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
I feel it because we have such a huge family. And I can't go to everybody's birthday party. I'm not.
So
That's
many.
every weekend. Yeah.
So many.
And so I say no a lot. And then people just end up stop inviting me. I'm like,
Right.
man, you don't know. Next it was going to be the one I was going to
I
show
was
up
gonna
to.
go.
I was going to go to that. I
go
told her I
one.
was going. So, yeah, eventually they just stopped inviting me
Yeah,
so I get it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I always thought I didn't want to be so. When I was younger, I was super sheltered. And then I went to prison from 19 to 24.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got out and got in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that I'm with, we don't club, we don't party, you know? And now that I'm 35, I'm wondering, am I that person that wants to go and be social? Am I that person that wants to, even though I don't smoke or drink, like, do I want to go to a hookah lounge, listen to some live music? I don't know.
Right.
Because I've never experienced it.
I know, because I've been looking at concerts. You know, we went to Wu-Tang. We went to Wu-Tang, and that was
we knew
fun.
no songs.
None of the songs.
But we had a good time.
And we had a blast, you know, and it was just that experience of going to the concert, and it was fun. But it was hard to get up and go because I don't do concerts, and I be looking at concerts. I want to go to see Mary J. Blige so bad.
Crazy, because when we were kids, all you wanted to do, like
Was
your
go to a
lifelong
concert.
dream, was to
To go see B2K and Pretty Ricky. I wanted to go to Summer Jam so bad. So bad.
And now, 20 years later, she's like,
I'm
I
straight.
don't do concerts.
Yeah, I
Like,
do
what do you mean?
I'm good.
Is it because we never got to experience that we just kind of conditioned ourselves to say that's not something we want?
I want to say, because you know what? Because a lot of times when you don't experience it, you're either going to go one or two ways. Either you're going to go out and live it all the time because you never got to have it, or you're just going to be cool with not having it because you never had it in the first place. And I think I'm cool with not having it because I never had it in the first place.
So I have a best friend, Lisa. Hey, Lisa, girl. I have a best friend.
Hold on.
I haven't talked to her.
You have a best friend?
I do. I have several best friends.
That's crazy.
I don't talk to them.
That's insane.
But that's going to be like my best friend for life. And she understands that, girl, you ain't going to hear from me, but you got a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
The way I make friends, and if you're my friend, you probably know this, I don't flock to the loudest person in the room.
I can't stand it.
But we never seem to get along because if you're seeking for attention so much that you're extra loud, extra like exuberant, we're not going to get along because that's just not who I am. I flock to the person sitting by themselves in the corner.
Yeah.
And
Those are my favorite people.
Yeah, and then sometimes I'll just go sit next to them and maybe not even say anything for 4 days. And then I'll just be like, hey, what's your name?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, we're going to be friends
Now we're best friends now.
because you're okay with being by yourself and you've proven that to me. And so that's how I've made all my friends. Lyndon, Gabe, like everybody. That's just, I kind of force my friendship on people.
And that I'm the same exact way. I was going to say, like, when I first walk into a room, the first thing I'm going to do is watch.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch you.
For
I'm going to
sure.
sit there and I'm going to watch. I'm not going to say anything. I want to watch everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see how you interact with other people.
Yes.
Like you say, and not saying anything's wrong with being the loudest person in the room,
Right.
but that's a certain personality that I don't want to be around. I just don't want to be around that person. Mainly because most of the time they are not who they are. In my experiences, the loudest person in the room is not who they say they are. They're trying to be seen before you really can see who they truly are. People who crowd around them. Because if you can't see through
the exuberance, the show that they're putting on.
that you put on, because that means you'll believe anything and everything that they tell you, and I don't have time for that either. Because I'm not defending myself, because those are the people who gonna lie about you and lie on you, and then you gotta defend yourself. And I'm not at 36. I'm not defending myself, so what they say is gonna be what they say. But And I like I said, I tend to go to the person who's in the corner, like you say, who is okay by being by themselves and who's just sitting back also watching. Because if they're watching, they're learning, then they're probably coming to the same conclusions that I am.
Yeah.
And normally we tend to be best friends. I mean, best friends by the time it's over, because it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I think when people are comfortable with themselves, they're comfortable with sitting back and watching.
Yeah.
See, I see this at work. I'm a foreman at my job, and like I got a new person, and he's like, "I'm gonna work so hard for you. Like I'm so good at my job. I'm like the best person you'll ever have." And 3 days later, I'm like, "Dude, where have you been for the last 2 hours? Like I haven't seen you." It's always the loudest person.
I always, I think the saying, "Don't talk about it, be about it."
Yeah,
it's like
for
the best thing, because I realized I can talk all day.
Yeah.
But what am I showing you?
So what's one of the common misconceptions about you?
I'm nice naturally. I am naturally nice. I am naturally kind. So that's the first thing I give off. I think the one thing people don't understand is that it's two sides. Like I can be the naturally nice and the naturally kind and a naturally calm person. That's the person I choose to be. I think people don't understand that the person I do not want to be is still there below the surface. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be cruel. I don't want to be angry and, violent, but like, it's still there. It's still there. So they get my kindness confused.
Yeah.
For being like a pushover.
Okay.
And then I'd be like, listen, that's not, when I was younger, I used to try to show like, hey, that's not, don't try to walk over me. And then it's going to be like 0 and I'm going to go to 10. And I don't want to have to go to 10. I like to stay at 0. So then I used to like let people take me to a 10. Then I started realizing the people who want to take me to a 10 are the people I don't need to be around.
Because once you get to a 10, the only person that looks crazy is you.
It's you. It's you. Because nobody see what it took for you to get to that 10. They only see the 10.
Yeah.
They didn't see the person calling you all type of names and picking at you and fussing. They didn't see all that. They just see your reaction.
Yeah, and I think that's an interesting topic because, again, at work, there was a guy who was just pushing my buttons, and I was so calm for the first 2 hours, but then he said the wrong thing, and I snapped. I cussed him out. I cussed out everybody around me. I went to my foreman. I'm like, hey, I can't work with this guy. You got to put me with someone else. He's like, there's no one else. And I blew up. I never been so mad before in my life. And everyone just looked at me crazy. And they're like, Rosia, like, it wasn't even that big of a deal. You need to calm down. Like, you're supposed to be a leader and you're acting like this. And then it felt like I wasn't allowed to respond.
Right.
Like once everyone thinks you're a nice person,
it's like, oh, what?
Yeah. Like, how dare you have emotions?
Oh my goodness, how dare you not be nice?
I know. Let me see how much calm I was. Like the hell?
No, like you say, they just see me spaz.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm like, I can't allow people to have to keep taking me there. I'm not about to keep defending myself.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, do you have that same mentality in your relationship? Because I think the people you're in a relationship with sees so many versions of you that no one else sees.
Yeah.
You're saying like, I don't allow people to take me out of my character.
No.
Is that the same for your boyfriend?
No, my boyfriend is the only person who can take me out of my character right now. And I mean fast.
Why your fist? It's a conversation. And I think that should be
it should be the opposite.
Your partner should be the person that calms you, the person who should. I get it. Like, they should be able to accept every version of you, but they should also get the nice version of you. Like, your partner shouldn't be the one to be like, she spazzes on me every night, and I don't like it.
In all fairness, I am nice.
Okay.
I am super duper nice. But I have an issue with not letting things be. I'm a fixer sometimes. So if he's like not feeling like talking, and then like I'm like, well, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, nothing. I'm like, what's wrong? Nothing. What's wrong? Nothing. And I'm like, listen.
But you just said it earlier that when people do that to you, you don't like
me.
it.
It makes me mad. Yeah, it makes me so mad. And then I do it. I know. I'm a walking contradiction.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting better. My main thing is to not take it personal. If he doesn't want to talk, it's not my fault he doesn't want to talk. He just doesn't feel like it, but I want to fix it. I want to make him talk. I want to make him happy. And then he's like, and then he just completely just gets standoffish. And then now I'm spazzing because you're not going to ignore me. If I don't want to talk, I don't want to talk, but you're not going to ignore me. So then it gets bad. He gets yeah, he gets all versions of me. But he gets mostly the good. But he'll probably say he gets most of the bad.
Well, maybe we'll have him on for an interview,
right?
And
Yeah.
we'll get his perspective. Your spouse is the person who gets to see that part of you. Like when we go to work, we have to maintain this image.
Yeah.
We have to be agreeable. We have to be like teachable. We have to be humble. And then when we get home, like we're ready to just take that mask off and to relax. And sometimes our spouses get the brunt end of it.
Yeah. So like where I have to like be a certain person at work and be a certain person throughout the day and be a certain person in society, and I get home and I gotta still be that person at home, I'm going off.
Yeah.
Because I'm like at home, I should just be able to be me.
Yeah. To give him that same grace though, because the same thing, especially with black men, I feel they have to have a certain level of a different type of presence when they're out in the world, because they don't want to be deemed as like intimidating or anything along that nature. So when they get home and they just want to relax and be themselves and maybe not want to talk, do you think it's fair that you're spazzing on him?
Oh no, it's not fair at all.
Okay.
But I give him time. I give him chances to come around.
I give him 3 minutes, and if
He
it
got
doesn't
3
happen,
Your best bet, just don't come in my presence. If you don't want to talk, stay away. Like, just stay down the stairs. You know, a lot of times I think relationships is a lot of compromise, but we don't even realize where we actually need to compromise at. Like, for me, okay, you don't want to talk. I get that. But you know that I'm going to want to fix you not wanting to talk. So can you just not come up the stairs? If I'm up the stairs, can you just stay down the stairs until you're ready to be social? I feel like that's not too much to ask.
I feel like that is.
It might be because I'm not staying downstairs because you don't want to talk to them.
Maybe it could be something like, hey, do you feel like talking right now? No, I don't. Okay.
That's crazy.
Like, that should be the end of it. Too with Dion, he'll like, I don't want to talk. There's oftentimes I'm the one that doesn't want to talk, and he wants to fix it. I'm like, dude, just leave me alone. You know I'm going to come around in 10, 15 minutes. You know, once I process what I'm going through, because you never know what's going on in my head. I do 100 things a day, and I may have forgotten to do one thing, and I need to focus until I get it done. And I don't want to have to explain to you why this is stressing me out in the moment that I'm stressed out.
Well, you know, you and Ratty got like the same. Y'all both Sagittariuses. So, yeah, y'all both had a lot. Like, y'all both had a lot. And where I'm used to it somewhere from you, because I was raised with you, it's just like, I'm not used to it with him. Like, he does the same thing where he just doesn't want to talk right now. And it's just like, okay, I can understand that until I can't understand that. I'm going to get better, though. I'm going to get better. I'll get better.
We're learning. We're growing. We're almost 40, so.
Ooh.
Ask, how do you feel like strangers view you? And I'll tell you how I view you. Because I don't think you know, so. Sometimes I think you're a know-it-all.
Oh, for sure.
And even when you don't know it all.
A lot of times I do come off as a know-it-all. For sure. But a lot of times I do know a lot. We're going to say that. Admit that, though. I do know a lot. I do come off with a
If you need her to hack into somebody's Facebook, she can do that. If you need her to find some information about your baby daddy's ex-girlfriend's cousin, she can do that.
I know other things too with context.
If you need to beat the system, she can do that.
Jesus. I can.
I think you have a ton of book smarts. And
Yeah.
you do have a ton of street smarts too. I think where you lack is like, not emotional intelligence, but like relational intelligence.
Mainly because I'm hyper independent.
Okay.
I think it's because I'm hyper independent is where I can learn about anything and everything. When it comes to my relationships, I'm good on trying to fix it, I guess you can say, or changing myself to fix it because I'm hyper independent. And I think that's like a whole nother podcast that you're going to have to do. To talk about me being hyper independent, because that's why my boyfriend catches hell because I have to do everything. He doesn't even have a chance to do anything for me. Refuse to, I guess you could say, like, change me because I really don't.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Nah, I'm teachable. We already
And she ain't old. Like, we already established she ain't 40 yet. Well, that's today's confession. We are out of time. So that's just what it's like, a little glimpse of an antisocial butterfly, someone who's able to be social,
Yes.
who is competent at being social,
Mhm.
but still will also like to be in her room coloring.
Yeah.
I'm Rosia Bell, and this has been Confessions with an Antisocial. So thank you, Trinity, and you guys have a good time.
Bye.